Hi, my name is Kim. I live in Sweden and I had ME for 6 years and I'm fully recovered. Today I want to talk about what I believe is the cause of ME and also what I believe we need to do to recover. My journey started 6 years ago. I got the diagnosis after 1.5 years from an ME specialist in Stockholm. The first 2 years I was confused and I tried to find solutions within medicine, supplements, science, and I went to a lot of doctors and I tried to find answers there. And I realized after a while that that's not going to help me, not enough to become fully well again, to recover. So I started looking inside myself and I found out that I had a lot of answers inside me and I had a strength inside of me that I didn't believe I had. So my recovery journey was 4 years. Out of that time I was between 80 and 90% for almost 2 years. It took me a while to find the last piece of the puzzle, but yeah. And now I want to talk about what I believe is the cause. I'm sure you've heard this before. It's a theory, and for me it seems to be the one that's mostly right. I believe that our nervous system is made to handle a lot of stress, but it cannot handle it for a long time. It has to go fast, like, fight or flight. When we get chased or something like that, we start running and the nervous system works fine and we get away from the danger, and then afterwards the nervous system goes back to the parasympathetic nervous system and we get calm again, and that's how it's supposed to work. But when we get ME, I believe that we build up a lot of stress and a lot of pressure on the system for a long time. I think it could take years and years, almost a whole life, to get to ME. So I believe that all the stresses we put on our body, on our system during our life, we make the nervous system more and more sensitive. And when we finally get sick from whatever stressor it is, it could be infection, it could be injury, it could be divorce, it could be a disease, it could be a lot of things. It's a stressor, something that stresses the nervous system and puts a pressure on it, a burden. So when that happens, the nervous system can't take it anymore and it becomes dysregulated. And what happens then is that the brain works like we are in danger the whole time, and some people even end up in freeze. So even if the brain always thinks that we are in danger, we might not feel it, because 95% of whatever happens in our nervous system is unconscious and subconscious. So we don't think about it. It's nothing we have in our consciousness. So that's why it's so hard to understand this disease, because we can't see and feel all the things that's going on. And I believe that it takes a stressor, one last stressor, to make us sick. And then when we're going to think about recovery and come back to being well again, we have to go back and see, what was it that happened? What kind of stressors do I live with in my life? Because our lives are different, so we have different stressors, which means the recovery journey cannot look the same for all of us. We cannot do the same program or the same things and methods and stuff and then expect to recover just because someone else did that, because maybe that was not our issue from the beginning. Maybe we have a lot of trauma, for example, that we haven't worked with, that still triggers us, and we we get into trigger state, you know, when things happens around us and we don't even realize it. And we have to work on that. So I believe the way to recover is to handle all the stressors that we have in our lives. And it's physical, it's biological, it's psychological, it's social, it's traumas and stuff from earlier. It's everything that puts a pressure on our autonomic nervous system. So it's a lot of work. So it's not just one thing and then you get well, because you need to work on all those things to make sure that the pressure on the nervous system releases, gets less and less. And then also the second thing you have to do is to find methods to calm your nervous system, to calm it down, like meditation, mindfulness, yoga, relaxation, sleep routine. Make sure you get to reflect sometimes and to calm down, and deep breathing and all those things to calm down the nervous system. To think about, you know, you can visualize that you are safe and that you are someplace where you really enjoy to be. Like me, for example, I'm in the forest and I love it. So I'm totally calm when I'm here. So that's the second step. So first we deal with all the stressors. The second is to calm down. We work with all these things at the same time. So the second thing is to calm down the nervous system. And the third thing is to support our body. And that's with, you know, taking care of, so you don't have diabetes, if your insulin is okay, if your hormones are okay, if your blood pressure is okay, if you eat well, if you sleep well, if you take care of your body, if you move a little bit, make sure that the lymphatic system works. And you know, you have to go through all these things and make sure that you don't have other diseases that you have to treat and stuff. So that's the part where you support your body. So when you do those three things, you work with your stressors, you slow down and calm down the nervous system, and you support your body, and then you use some kind of brain retraining, something that you help yourself to get new perspectives, because you don't want to come back to the same behaviors again. Because when you worked with all those stressors, you don't want your behavior to be the same as you were when you got sick, because then you're gonna get sick again or never get out of the disease. So we need to make changes, and the best way that I believe to make changes in our behavior is to do brain training and to think about and make all our behaviors conscious. You know, we look at them and see, why do I do this and how do I do this, and you know, how does it affect my body and all that. And then you need to find new perspectives, so you start doing things that's good for you instead of things that gives you stress. So when you work on those things, I think you recover. But it's different for everyone, because we do have different backgrounds, and we have different things with us in our luggage. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. And also one other thing, that if you feel like your recovery is becoming too heavy and you're just stressed about all the things you have to do every day, and you have this schedule and routine and everything, and just feel like, wow, this is too much, then you have to pause it, because that becomes a stressor, and now you have another stressor to take care of. So think about it. How does it feel? Does it feel okay to do these things? Can I enjoy them? Can I feel joy in them? And can I celebrate those things? If you can do that, then you're doing the right stuff. Don't care about what say, or what they, oh, this method is so good, I love this one, and you have to try it, and you try it and you don't like it at all, and it doesn't fit you, and it doesn't feel good in your body, then don't do it. Find something else that fits you, that you feel good about. Because for me, the main thing in my recovery, working with all these things, it was my mindset. If I didn't have the mindset I have today, I don't think I would have made it. Because when you change your mindset and find new perspective and look forward and see the positive and see, I can do this, I can get this done, I can do anything. You know? When you have that attitude and that mindset, you change the biology in your brain. So the brain starts believing that you are safe. And that's what we want. We want the brain to understand that we are safe. We are not in danger all the time, which it believes unconsciously. So working with mindset has been a very, very important part for me. And yeah, so if you feel stressed about the recovery, take a step back and relax a little bit, or take a pause, or do whatever you feel like doing. Relax and make sure you do things that you like and enjoy, and put those things into your recovery. Because if you do something just because you're supposed to do it and you don't feel good about it, it's not gonna help you. It's not gonna be efficient. So yeah, so the nervous system is the boss of all the systems. We have 12 systems in the body, and all 11 systems is connected to the nervous system, which is the 12th. And that's why our symptoms look so different from person to person. We have all these kind of different symptoms, and they come and they go, and they're more severe one day and less severe another day, and then someone else has another symptom, and it goes back and forth because the nervous system is still dysregulated, and it's regulating everything in our body. So the symptoms are different depending on what stresses we are having around us and inside of us. So yeah, that's my beliefs, and that's what I've learned the last 4 years. That I went through the recovery myself, and then I studied. So now I'm a stress management coach. I'm also a recovery coach here in Sweden. So if you are from Sweden or somewhere in Europe and you feel like you have started working on your recovery, but you feel stuck, or you feel like you need some support or some guidance, and would like to work with a coach, you can contact me, because I can help you. So till the next time, make it a good day, and take care of yourself and love yourself, because you're worth it. Bye.